Well, good evening to you. Arkansas lawmakers are now a step closer to passing a bill that would eliminate affirmative action programs in state and local government.
The legislation passed out of committee and is now headed to the full House. Meanwhile, another bill involving insurance and how personal injury victims are compensated also advanced. Channel 7's Daniela DeHogany is here with details on both of those bills and what happens next. Daniela.
Chris, Beth, in a move that supporters say is to address fairness and equality, Arkansas lawmakers have passed Senate Bill 3, a legislation aimed at prohibiting discrimination or preferential treatment by the state and other public entities. The bill seeks to ensure that race, sex, color, ethnicity, or national origin will not be a factor in the actions of public agencies. Now, in a room packed with supporters and protesters today, many spoke on their personal experiences and what it could mean for them if this bill is passed.
As a mom, I have 4 children. I have 1 white child and I have 3 black children that were adopted. I saw firsthand how differently they were treated. I saw how differently the school and their administrators reacted to me than they did to black children who had black parents. And that kind of racial inequality is something that we are wiping out or disregarding and ignoring in this bill.
Co-sponsoring the bill told Channel 7 she believes it's time for Arkansas to move forward. In alignment with the Supreme Court and President Trump's executive order to end affirmative action in America, she says there are critical needs across the state in places like education and small business areas where they can use their resources and give everyone an equal opportunity. The legislation is set to go to the House floor for approval tomorrow. Now, another piece of legislation, House Bill 1204, aims at establishing the recovery of damages and necessary medical care, treatment, or services. Senator Tyler Deese says the bill is aimed at providing clarity in a complex world of litigation. Under the proposed changes, individuals would be entitled to recover damages for medical services that were necessary and received. The bill specifies that recovery would include costs that were either directly paid by the plaintiff or a third party on their behalf, or those that remain unpaid, but for which the plaintiff or a third party is legally responsible. Channel 7 previously covered a story on Beth Andrews Wyatt, who was a victim of a multi-vehicle accident that left her severely injured with 2 crushed legs, 2nd and 3rd degree burns, and the loss of her left eye. She spoke against this bill today, saying that even though this doesn't benefit her now, she's standing up for victims in the future.
They kept talking about fairness. Life isn't fair. There's no way to make life fair. And if we had the exact same accident, they couldn't treat us fairly because you would have different ways your body would react to the anesthesia or the amputation or whatever. So they keep trying to say it's fair, and in order for everybody to have the exact same thing, and that's not fair. Fair is not having everybody having the exact same thing. It's having access to the exact same thing.
Well, the bill passed in the Senate House Judiciary Committee and is expected to be on the Senate floor tomorrow morning. Now, the 2 bills had the Capitol packed with several protesters from all over the state asking their legislators to provide fairness and equality for all. We have more in-depth coverage of both of these bills on our website. That's katv.com. On your side, live at the Capitol, I'm Daniela DeHogany.
Daniela, thank you. Also today, a Senate committee advanced a bill that would provide school breakfast free of charge for all students starting next year. That plan would be funded in part by revenues generated from the sale of medical marijuana.